Welcome to the CMO Spotlight, and today I'm here with Efrat Ravid, who is the Chief Marketing Officer for an amazing company that we're going to hear a little bit more about called Quantum Metric, but she also serves as a board member and advisor for several startups.
Advice I love to give marketeers, from everything I did, the solution engineer position, I think prepared me the most for being a marketeer. And the reason for that was sitting with a customer and understanding their pain, understand their processes, the agenda of each person in the company, or the people that needs to buy, right, or make any decision, or the influencer, and understand really how to change their life, and when they are doing really good jobs, they understand the before and after, like before they have the product and after. And because I spent so much time doing that in Asia Pacific and in the US, and after that in EMEA, and also the different culture, I felt it helped me being a better marketeer. So spend the time with customer, not reading, not only listening to gongs, but really sit with customer, understand their pain to the deepest level. I'm really not afraid from the word no. And even when I hear the word no, I just hear not right now, please convince me. I'm really not afraid from the word no. So every opportunity I worked really hard until I got it. It wasn't never given to me. And if I get a no the first time, I probably the second or the third I will get a yes. So I think that's my superpower. We have three things that really bring us to be who we are, which we call passion, persistence, and integrity. This is how we hire. This is how we give feedback. This is how we wake up in the morning and have a t-shirt with passion, persistence, and integrity. Passion means to us really come with excitement, right? Really care. Persistent is not right now. If you cannot get into the door, go from the window and so on, and really never give up. And integrity sounds obvious, but sometimes it's not, right? Sometimes you want to promise a customer something you don't have. And we in our values don't do that. Sometimes you want to push the limits, especially me in marketing. I want to push the limits. And our general counsel, which we are actually really good friends, tell me, I don't think it's a good idea. So the integrity is really super important. It's not, sometimes, you really want is it gray? And just don't do the gray. So the passion, persistent, integrity is really the values that we think about, we demonstrate, we work hard, and we really lead the team and ask them to lead their teams with that values. This is why I enjoy what I do so much, because when the values aligned, it's much more easier. I think something I keep learning, and sometimes it's easy for me to forget, and every time I learn it again, I relearn it, is when we are creative and try something completely new and surprise ourselves and the world, we are more likely to be successful. And when we are doing something the second year and the third year, like tradition, we expect an ROI, but the ROI will be very flat. One of the quotes I really love is that people plan and God laughs. And I think there are a few people that kind of claim to say this quote. But the reason I really love that is that I'm all about planning. And if not plan A, plan B, and plan C. But then we all know stuff happened. And it keeps happening. Like there is a war right now that I didn't plan for, and life stops in that region. And we need to keep adjusting. And it really reminds me that the creativity, the looking forward, really the passion that needs to bring us on, even if it's difficult or if it's change our plans. Lululemon. I think it's the only store that every time I get into the store, I said, I have to have something. I really cannot resist. But what I love about Lululemon is that it's the experience every part of the buying. If it's online, if it's offline, if it's a customer service, if it's a fabric, it's like you can see that the experience of the brand is something that is really managed. It's not by by luck, right? Every part of the store, every part of the checking out, every part of the trying out clothes is managed. Even like standing up in line, like for buying, it's like you have somebody who's almost like walking there and entertain you, so you won't waste your time.